Hello, Jane. Jacob. Hello. Hope everybody's well. Sorry, I'm running a little bit behind. And now something's got to stop. There we go. See, how was your day? I'm tired, Jane. I've just about got the bathroom. We got the walls up. We got the sink made, and we got to put it all together. Got the toilet in, but not finished. But we get real close. So, I tell you, this project was a lot bigger than I thought it was, and it has really got me tired. But Jane said, "Hi, Jacob. Close that, bud. Well, he's on in here." Lotus said, "Hello, hello." Jane said, "Hey, Lotus." Olivia said, "Hi, hi."
Man, how hot is this place?
Let's see. Lotus said, "Hey, Jane." Jane says, "I can't wait to see it." I didn't really want to show much of it because I wanted to kind of all be on the video, but I think it's looking awesome. I do plan on doing the ceiling, but not. I'm not going to worry about it right now. Just.
Is this?
But it's probably no good.
Bruh.
It probably was in the refrigerator. I mean, the drink machine. I just thought
Why is
about
it in the
that.
fridge?
I just thought about that. It was sitting out. I thought somebody bought it and I put it up. But throw it away if you don't want it. If it ain't good, throw it away.
Man, what the world?
Lotus said,
See you guys later.
Jane said, Lotus said, "Hey, Randy and Team U. See you, buddy. Love you. Be careful." Jane said, "Hey, Justin." Carlo said, "What's up, Pops?" Whoop. Jane said, "Hello, Carlo." Lotus said, "Hey, Carlo." Matthew said, "Hi." "Hello, Matthew." Carlo said, "Hello, Jane." Jane said, "What are you putting on the ceiling?" Right now, I left the original ceiling, but I'm going to shiplap the ceiling with the same wood that I'm doing everything else in. I'm trying to figure out what kind of lighting I want to do in there. Like I said, I'm going for the outhouse look, so I haven't quite figured out the lighting yet. Levy said, "Come on, you're glittering gremlins. We need Mr. Lights." Yeah. Jane said, "Hi, Matthew." Carlos said, "What's up, Lotus?" Levy said, "More." Matthew said, "Hi, Jane." Lotus said, "What's up, Olivia?" Daryl said, "Tap, tap." Jane said, "Hi, Daryl," or "Hey, Daryl." Lotus said, "Hey, Daryl," and Olivia said, "Hi, all." Carlos said, "Hello, Olivia Bell." Olivia Bell. Madison said, "Hi." "Hello, Madison." Olivia said, Micro. Speaking of Madison really got me today. I want y'all to know that. Her and the girls come in. Both girls was dressed like Papa, had like their shaved head, bald mask on. Addie had her little glasses on with an orange shirt. It was very pleasant. It was funny. I haven't looked to see if she sent me the pictures yet, but it was pretty cool. Olivia said, "Oh, I just said that." Carlos said, "Hello, Madison." Jane said, "Hi, Maddie." Lotus said, "Daryl, what happened last night?" Madison said, "Daryl had some of our luck last night, I believe." Madison said, "Hey, Carlo." Madison said, "Hey, Jane." Lotus said, "Hey, hi, Madison." Daryl said, "Drunk driver on drugs." Kitty said, "Hello, hello, Kitty." Jane said, "Lowell." Lemon said, "Hello, hello." Jane said, "Cat." Daryl said, "Ruined my whole plans for the weekend." That's the way it goes, Daryl. I'm telling you, just like I said this morning on the briefing. We can see the light at the end of the tunnel, and then damn trees fall on us. People run through the shop. I'm telling you, I don't know what it is, but it's just like the cards are stacked against us. But let's see. Carlos said, "Hello, Kitty." Jane said, "Hi, lemons." Kitty said, "Hey, Jane." Hey, Carlo. Lotus said, "That sucks. Are you stuck here now?" Daryl said, "Had 2 hours sleep since yesterday morning." Man, Jason, I like that shiplap on ceiling. That's what I plan on going for. Like I said, I do like it. I did the house, my house in the living room floor, the hall, and I did the whole, both walls and every door in my house in the living room I tore out and rebuilt with, and I also built my own doors. So that's what I plan on doing here too. I'm going to build a sliding door for the bathroom door, and it's going to slide open to give you more room in the bathroom, because these are only 4x5 bathrooms, 4 foot by 5 foot bathrooms. Let's see. Daryl says, "I am Lotus." Kitty said, "Hey, Mike." Daryl said, "Cat." Lotus said, "Hey, Kitty." Kitty said, "Hi, Lotus." Drake said, "Hello, your Pakistani viewer is here. Hello, thank you for stopping in." Daryl said, Jane, Lotus, Ghostly, and all. Carlos said, "What's up, Mac?" Whoop. Drake says, "I have progress. Let's go." I made progress. Let's go. That's right. 1,000-mile journey starts with the first step. You got to get started. You got to take that first step. You got to get started before you get finished. Daryl said, "Big." Lotus said, "We need a tour of the homestead, Randy. I really would like to get it going a little bit more, but I'll walk y'all down there in just a minute." Well, shit, I'll walk you down there now. Jane said, "Welcome, Pakistan." But just to let y'all know, I'm very, very sore. Let me get you turned around. Y'all don't need to look at me the whole time. There's the whiskey barrels that, like I said, I'm going to take one of those and cut it in half and cover the commode. We got one here that's wound tight. Woo! Say hey there, buddy.
I mean, we totally ain't doing that. Warning next time.
Yeah, I know. We got a mess here. But this is what I'm looking at so far. We got a sink. I'll step up in here. I got my faucet. It's going to go right here. Then I got a tub from Tractor Supply, just a galvanized tub. I bought the black toilet because one of the other whiskey barrels are going to be cut in half. It's going to slide right over the commode. I can't do it now for tomorrow, but this part of the commode is going to go up here. And you'll actually pull a string to flush it. And it'll be one, if I can find the clear one, it'll be a clear pipe all the way down. But you will not be able to see the commode whatsoever. And this is what, like I said, I have not finished this part yet either. But
Hey, can it be purple in here?
yeah, but I do want to sand this down and paint it black. And I think what we're going to do is try to burn this wood and then clear it all. But it'll go from looking, this is what it's going to, and then this is of course what it did look like. You couldn't open the doors, and like the door would hit the commode. You really couldn't do anything in the bathrooms. So it's going to make a big difference.
Papa, you might need more toys here.
I don't. All the toys we got that I know of is here, except what fuse at the house.
We didn't work. Can you bring my ladybug here?
I haven't found it. I've been looking for it.
You've been looking for it?
Yep.
Hey, can you bring me your house someday?
I don't know.
Please. I've never been.
No, I don't get in my seat now. No, come on.
Am I old enough or not?
All right.
Can I,
All right. Let me get caught up here.
can we open this after dark?
No, do not mess with it. You got your one in your hand now. That's good enough. Let's see. Drake said, "Hello, Jane." Lotus said, "I'm at your house." Oh, my house. Oh, Lord. No. I don't stay at my house long enough to give you a tour of it. I might have to get some pictures up. I think I did a short on it. I mean, a video on it on at the beginning of all this mess of us getting YouTube started. Olivia says, "I need burnout still." Yes, we do too. We're hoping for the better, good doctor's appointment tomorrow, and we would like to see at least one tomorrow. Kitty said, "Hey, Olivia." Olivia said, "Hey, Kitty." Daryl said, "I'm thinking about changing primer to a redivide tonight. I need sleep. Also, the video tomorrow tells so much more about what happened." All right. Daryl said, "Wow." Lotus said, "It looks good. Thank you, Lotus." Kitty said, "Wow." Olivia said, "Oh, Jane, Boggy finally decided to move a bit, but now he is in his same spot as he been all day." Jane says, "You need to put up lights that look like an old lantern, like Mrs. Olay when she carried the lantern and burned down the barn." That's a good idea, Jane. I might have to look into that. John Deere Model B said, "What's up, guys? John Deere, I've been busy. I've not had a chance to look and vote. I apologize. I will get to it." Jane said, "Hi, Jacob." Drake said, "What is that place?" It's the building that Randy bought. It's where we do our videos. We do our burnouts and work on our burnout cars and sell tires, wheels, tires, and dabble in exhaust. Jake said, "Looks great." Drake says, "I'm clueless. I'm sorry. I'm redoing the bathroom here at the shop." Let's see. Olivia said, "Jane, I told you somewhat good news. How dare you, Lowell?" Jane says, "It's a garage. They do burnout cars." That's right. Jane said, "I was busy typing. Good. Glad he moved a bit." Mike said, "Hi, Jane. Hello, Olivia. I see you on the morning video today." Daryl said, "Mike." Letter said, "Lowell, is that the wife's territory?" She doesn't support the YouTube thing, and I don't do the YouTube at the house anymore. John Deere Model B says, "Hey, never done projects. My other channel, I posted something in your community." Yes. Like I said, I'm sorry I have not got the chance. I've been busy on this bathroom all day. I will, once everything winds down and I start to get my shower tonight and everything, I'll check it out. I do appreciate it. Jane said, "Hi, Mike." Mike said, "Hi, Mac. Mac, sorry to hear about your building, man," said Mike. Daryl said, "Thanks, Jane." Mike, what video did live this AM? I think it was yesterday's video is what he's talking about when I was talking about the, I don't remember if it was, it was when I talked to Olivia. I named the ghost Olivia. Might have been this morning, but it was it was the beginning of my video is what it was. Olivia said, "It's still not the biggest improvement because all he did is get up and get food, eat, and then come back to me and fall asleep." Kitty said, "Hey, Long." Jane said, "He must not feel good if he's kicked back." John Deere Model B says, "It's okay, Randy. Anybody else in here go to my community, invoke which profile name I should change it because somebody on my Xbox, please vote before I go on my trip and check out Never's community." Yes, please. And like I said, I will get to it. Sorry. I didn't mean it in one word. That's fine, John Deere. JH7 says, "Hello. If Alabama weather can't not get any more interesting enough, we got a freezing watch for lows in the upper 30s and 36 degrees. Good Lord." Jane said, hi, JH. Jane said, hi, Jane. Drake says, I don't know much about cars. That's not good. Hey, man, come right along. We'll try our best to show you and teach you anything we can. John Deere Model B says, I'll send everybody a link to the voting thing. I need your guys' help deciding which one fits the best. Kitty said, hey, JH7. Drake said, what is a car? Dennis said, good evening, everyone. JH7 says, hey, Kitty. Jake said, Drake, we talked about everything. Daryl said, Dennis. Lotus said, if you saw Olivia in the video, then hell froze over and we all have a problem. Not the Olivia that I'll talk to. Olivia helped me out. Jay said, what's on your mind, Drake? This is not good. Come on now. Let's see. I don't know if y'all can see me, but I'm going to keep on. Daryl Jane Lotus said, hey, Dennis. Kitty said, hey, Dennis. Daryl says, I'm sorry, but I'm going to go kick back and try this migraine. Hey, go ahead, Daryl. Man, I know you're tired. And like I said, sorry about the building and everything. If there's anything we can do, man, let us know. Daryl said, I might pop back in. You don't look like it's doing too good. Let's see, Daryl, somebody pop back in. Time to crank the hater. J7 said, time to crank the haters and time to go to Canada and bring some snow down to Alabama. We're going to have ourselves an early Christmas. Lotus said, later, Mike, feel better, man. Jane said, J7, the weather people have said that cold front is keeping the hurricane away from us. Daryl said, thank you. Drake said, Jane, none much. Just happy about the progress I made on life. Also happy talking to people so far away. That's the way I feel. I love talking to people, especially when they're on, real far away. Lotus said, is it still raining there, Randy? No, it's actually been a pretty nice day today. Lotus said, we can see you. All right, thank you. You said, hello, Randy. Hello, Hugh. And he said, also said Lotus. Lotus said, Hugh. Hugh said, Drake, Jane, Daryl. Kitty said, hey, Grandpa Vic. Hugh said, J7, Kitty, and Dennis. James said, well, that's good, Jane. Hello, Grandpa Vic. J7 said. Hugh said, hello, John Deere. Lotus said, rain for 2 days straight here. I think it rained 2 or 3 days here, and it's really messed this week up. We would have got a lot more if it had been dry and I wouldn't have been in such a shitty mood, but the rain really messes me up. Drake said, is that Skittles behind you? I'll make sure I try some before I die. Yes, that's a big tub of Skittles. Daryl said, I also need to get a shower and get the soot smell off me. All right, Daryl, be safe, man. Grandma said, hey, Pops, or hi, Pops. Hello, Grandma. You should same here. Lotus. Drake said, I'm 17, only made one visit America one day, maybe for university. Who knows? Hey, man, you're welcome as far as I'm concerned. If you're anywhere close to me, look us up. Grandma said, hi, Mac. You said, had enough of the rain. Me too. You, Libby said, Lotus, you're wrong. If I showed up, there'd be hell because hell just came to kick Randy and T-Mew's ass. In the ass. Daryl said, Grandma said, hi, Lotus. Lemon says, I'm making a daily Badu newspapers post on YouTube. Okay. Daryl said, okay, I'll try to be back. All right, Daryl, be safe, man. Carlos said, what's up, you? Grandma said, Drake. Lemon says, about a prototype car crash. All right. Lotus said, hey, the Skittles got chocolate Friends next to him, yeah, I like my chocolate. Hugh said, hello, big boys. And Olivia said, hey, Grandma. Hey, Grandma. Grandma said, hi, big boys. Hugh said, hello, Olivia. Olivia says, I want chocolate. Boy, when I get tired like this, I like my little chocolate. Carlos said, what's up, Grandma? And Grandma said, hi, Lemons. Olivia, me too, Olivia, said Lotus. Olivia said, wait, I has chocolate. Lotus said, yeah, right. If you get to meet it, it would be all smiles and hugs, but no butt kissings. That's right. Yeah, want to go straight out there and fire Black Betty up. Drake says, hi, Grandma Vic. Grandma Vic says, Grandma stuff. John Deere Model B says, what's up, Grand Vic? And Grandma Vic, hope you're having a good day. Drake says, bro, in Palestine, my first car would probably be a Miran or some Civic. Hey, man, well, as long as you get one, that's all that matters. Get it, start fixing it up to your liking. Livy said, yeah, I did. Whoop, she retracted that message. Carlos said, hello, John Deere. And she retracted that one. Grandma said, I just made some chicken soup with potatoes and veggies. It came out so good. I bet so, Grandma. Beth cooked chili again today. She had some extra stuff. And they got some more hamburgers. She cooked chili. I'm going to tell you something. It being chili like this, it is good. Let's see. Grandma said, hi, Jacob. Lotus said, I want some, Grandma. Olivia said, and I'd tell you to go forward as well when I go to there to kick Randy. Drake said, I'm so thirsty, but it's 3:40 a.m. for me. Everyone's sleeping, can't get no water. Let's see. Grandma said, I'm so stuffed. Remind me of my grandma. I couldn't eat another bite. I remember going to those, usually around the holidays or something, and everybody would eat and then just sit around and talk about how much they eat way too much. Olivia says, I want some, Grandma. Carlos said, the only chili I've eaten is from a can, aka Stags. Lol. Grandma says, come over, Lotus, I'll save you some. Olivia said, Buggy needs some. Lotus said, I guess if I'm a random short person ever kicks me for no reason, I don't know who it is. Just when you turn around, if you don't look down, you'll miss it. Drake said, Grandma, I'd have to come all the way from Pakistan. Maybe you'd have to freeze the soup. Lotus said, I think I might have to make a chili soon. Libby said, no, I'd actually probably hug you, to be honest. I know that I understand. Grandma said, that's the best Olivia homemade soup. Lotus said, I figured. Lol, said Grandma. Libby said, then kick you. There you go. You said, I just grilled a couple big burgers and ate a half a box of stovetop stuffing, so I'm supposed to be in the shed, but I can't do it. RD said, bonjour, is from France. Well, hello, RD. You said, I'm stuffed. Lotus said, yep. Knew that kick was coming somewhere. You knew it had to be there. John Deere Model B said, welcome the guy or girl from France. Yes. I don't remember. Seemed like he had been in here before, but welcome. If you have been here before, we're glad you come back. If you hadn't, welcome. Let's see. Lotus said, then make fun of my turbo. Grandma said, bonjour to be USA. Olivia said, what would the friendship be if I didn't kick you? That's right. You said, hello, France. You said, France. Drake said, okay, Randy, got to go to sleep. Have to wake up reasonably tomorrow. Much love from Pakistan and everyone. Well, Drake, I appreciate you coming in. And you sleep well. And like I said, talk to you maybe tomorrow. I do appreciate you coming in. It means a lot to me. Let's see. Hugh said, have a great night, Pakistan. Olivia said, ha, Hugh. Lotus said, be right back. Hugh said, hello, Olivia. Grandma says, have a good night, Drake. God bless you and the family. Olivia said, Grandma, did your pictures finally go through? John Deere Model B said, I got a girl from Pakistan. Big welcome from the USA. Grandma said, nope. Nope, nope, no. No. Lemon said, I've done it. Lemon said, no. John Deere Model B said, stupid autocorrect. I didn't mean to put that. No, ain't got a girl. Olivia said, I'm tired of Gmail. John Deere Model B said, stupid autocorrect, I didn't even put that, sorry. Grandma said, Jacob, you all ready for tomorrow? Olivia said, it's on a simulator game. Cool. Let's see. John Deere Model B said, sure, and Grandma verse should be able to talk to you in Peru, Rice, and other countries. Maybe. Grandma said, yes. Randy, if you're lurking in the background, will you come here for a minute, please? Let's see. John Deere Model B said, sure, I am, Grandma. That's what it said. The girl said, yes. Olivia said, Lemons, are you the kind of person who likes to crash in Sims? I'm being for real. I'm just curious because I do it quite a bit. Well, did it quite a bit. Olivia said, I found it funny. John Deere Model B says, I meant ports. They are correct. Again, it's going on. John Deere Model B says, how many Portugal Rice, sorry, ain't my fault, blame the phone. That's right, dang phone. You got an iPhone? That's the problem. Olivia said, John Deere seems like the kind of guy to crash a $500,000 car in a Sims. LOL. John Deere Model B says, tonight my night. Dang, autocorrect keeps screwing everything up or screwing up everything. Let's see. I do not know how to do this. I'm gonna try something. Nope, that ain't it. I know there's a way to do it, I just don't know how. Puerto Rico, said you. You said Lowell. Olivia said the only playing, by the way, John Deere. I'm only playing by John Deere. Let's see. Olivia said skill issue. Pops. John Deere Model B says okay, Ghost. I know you're joking. Aaron, hello, Aaron. Said hi. Grandma said, what's there, Jacob? That's there, Jacob is going. Double tap the screen, said Aaron. Yes, please. Touch my lucky button, please. Grandma said hi, Aaron, and Aaron said hi, Grandma. Aaron said, nice to the sun today. It was good. All that dang rain lately, it was actually pretty nice there for a little while. We actually had the door up. You two go to Prugo Rice Day. Hi to rat name Iron Mouse for me. Aaron said, see the sun. Gary said, hello, NDP. Hello, Gary. Olivia said, say not today. Say not day. Grandma said, Pops, are you okay? Yes, I'm okay. It's hard reading some of Olivia's work sometimes. Grandma says, hi, Gary. Hugh says, hello, Gary. Aaron said, time change this weekend. I've not even looked that up. I don't want that. I was hoping they would stop that mess. Need to leave the time alone. Gary says, hi, Grandma. Gary says, hi, Hugh. And Olivia said, it's because I go to college, Grandma. I use big words. I don't know about big words. Some of them words looks like you throw a bunch of letters together. They may be big words. They're big enough I don't understand them. Olivia said, sorry, that sounded mean. Yeah, don't bother me. Reaper, meow. Hello, Reaper. Grandma said, hi, Reaper. Gary says, like mayonnaise, Olivia? Gary said, oh, I just read that. Hugh said, hello, Reaper. Reaper said, I'm almost in your neck of the woods, bald man. Hey, come on by. Olivia said, yes, like mayonnaise, Gary. Ha 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 ha. See. Olivia said, oops, woke boggy. Gary said, ha. That's pretty good, showing 10 people in here and 20 likes. That's cool. Well, I'd like to have more people, but 20 likes is good. Thank y'all. John Deere Model B said, hit that like button, guys. Yes, please. I'm going to say everybody in there's hit it if we've got, it just tripped to 21, so. And there ain't but 12 people showing, so I'm going to say everybody in there's hit it. Olivia said, no. John Deere Model B, that's mean, that, because you know Olivia can't reach the like button. Olivia says, I don't want to. Reaper says, can't, got to go pick up a load and bring it to Georgia. Oh. Hey, man. Enjoy the time when you're out there riding around. If you're anywhere close, blow the horn. Olivia says, hey, I'm short, not my fingers, caca head. I'm just seeing if you're paying attention. Let's see if I can do this right here. I'm going to try to do some. See what we got here. Hugh says, have an awesome night, everyone. Got to get ready for work and have stories to go to before bed. All right, Hugh, thank you for stopping in. You be safe. Sleep good. Hugh said, see everyone later. Reaper said, Charles says, I'm still a dumb shit. Olivia says, I am always paying attention unless my tending to buggy at the moment. John Deere Model B says, okay, Grand Vic, vote on my thing in my community. Check you later. Night. Good night, Pops. Thank you for your live. God bless you and your family. Night, Grandma. God bless you too, and thank you. Reaper said, he's riding shotgun. Grandma said, good night, everyone. God bless, and all the family. You too, Grandma. See, Carlos says, I'm back, but just made myself a cup of Danish Dalman tea. All right. Reaper said, happy poop for 10 joules. All right. Grandma says, I have a safe trip, Jacob. Let's see. John Deere Model B said, sure will, Grandma. Have a good night. Might have to start a convoy. There you go, Reaper. Sounds good. I think we got us a convoy. That'd be something good. You know, a duck can swim on convoy, but a reaper can't die. So there you go. John Deere Model B and says, and play the convoy song. That's right. Lotus says, I'm back. Welcome back, Lotus, said John Deere Model B. And Lotus said, what's up, Reaper? Levy says, welcome back. Get comfy because I'm going to fight with Pop-Pops in a minute. Lotus says, hey, John Deere. Libby said, hey, Lotus. Reaper said, it's funny because Charles was just trying to find it, LOL. John Deere said, welcome back, Lotus. Sooner says, hi, hello. Libby said, Pops, I have a question. Okay, Olivia, ask away. Lotus said, I got 20 on Olivia. Just go ahead and donate that 20, Lotus, and I'll just take the fall for it. Sooner said, Smoother said, how are you? I'm doing well. Hope you are. Reaper says, I have 1,000 on Bald Man. There you go. Olivia said, why am I wearing a witch's hat and no horns? Well, we didn't want you to have horns there. We just wanted you to put the horns under the hat. That's when, you act nice and then scare the shit out of somebody when the horns come out. Lotus said, he ain't going to hit no girl. Lotus said, I don't know. Olivia says, no, I mean, verbally, Lotus. Sooner says, I'm doing great. That is awesome. Is that Thomas the Train there, picture there? Sooner, let's see what we got here. Yeah. Thomas the Train. Pretty. Boy, that's a pretty Corvette there. Nice looking picture. 8-wheel dually. That's all right. Let's see. Livy says, okay, never mind then. Pop, save it. Okie dokie. Reaper says, I'm already wearing my Halloween costume. What you gonna go as this year? A sheriff? Hello said, is it your sheriff uniform? Reaver said, well, not anymore. You're not going as Annabelle's ex-boyfriend, are you? Reaver said, no, guys, he's going to be a Playboy bunny with me. Lotus said, hey, I heard police hand out full-size candy bars. John Deere Model B says, don't celebrate Halloween. Smooter says, I like that eagle with the American flag in the background. Well, thank you. It was here when Randy bought the building, and we seem to like it, so we keep it up so everybody can see it. Beginner says, damn, stop, you big, beautiful bastard. All right. Other says, gotta be one cold bunny. Yes, Lotus says, well, blah, humbug, John. Smooter says, I don't celebrate Halloween either. Lotus says, blah, humbug to you too. Libby says, yeah, it's going to be cold, bit worth it, low. Poppy said, how are you, sir? How's your night going? It's going awesome, and I hope it is for you. Ben Day said, Happy Halloween. Now, just for everybody's understand that celebrating Halloween is not for the worshiping devil stuff in our mind. It's for kids getting candy, just for the kids to have a good time. There's nothing sacred about it. That's the only reason. Just a day for the kids to dress up, or not just kids, for people to dress up and be somebody besides their own self. Libby said, John, we can't be compatible, laughing. Lotus said, this is Halloween. Papa said, yeah, not bad. Libby said, the only thing I worship is my poster. Smooth says, I want to go. Bye. I hope y'all have a blissful day. Thank you for stopping in, Smoother. You be good and be safe. Let's see. Ben Day says, I see he's wearing the Mr. Clean costume. That's right. Olivia said, Paul Walker. Lotus said, your poster. Oh, geez, said Lotus. Olivia said, yep. Rumple! Hello, Pop, said Rumple. How you doing, Rumple? Pape said, oh Lord, the trolls are being rude again. Ah, they're fine. Rumple said, what's up? We'll play the game with them a little bit. You know, it says, Team U Walter White. That's right. Just let him cook. That's all. I just want to cook. Libby says, then you must be a pair of monkey balls, Ben. What? Be nice, Olivia. Rumple said, who's being rude? I don't know. I don't really see anybody being rude. They're fine. We just talking, having a good time. Me and him friends. Olivia says, also, you're not getting me to bend, buddy. I have standards. Rumple said, Ghostly. Ha 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 ha. Let's see, Rumble said, I'll vouch for Ghostly. That's right. Let's see, John Deere Model B said, run, Forrest, life is like a bunch of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get next. Chugging, you're right. You're exactly right, John Deere. Libby said, reading his name, Pops, and you will understand. Let me get back up here. See, that's, I mean, I see what you're saying, but that's the reason I just abbreviate Ben Day. See, if you don't give them, when people do stuff like that and you go with it and you talk about it, it gives them, it gives them excitement for what they've done. They've tried to cause trouble. See, that's the reason I pick small things out of it, call them, whatever name that I can make out of it. That way I don't, I don't feed into their BS. So and he's probably gone now, him, her, whoever. I don't play the game with them and they'll leave. Rumble said, caution before you read this, Pops. Right, yes, I do. I understand. Libby said, let him get excited. They're only going to a crusty rag. Pape said, yes, sir, I understand. Anything good for dinner? We just had a Beth, Long Ranch's wife's fixed chili. Man, it was good. I think I've had 3 bowls of it. I'll probably have a big old bowl before I go to bed, too. It's that's what we had, chili with crackers. Man, it's good. Randy, we bought a bag of chips, Fritos. Randy opened those Fritos and poured it in the bottom and then poured that chili on top. I might have to do that before I go to bed. They said, what is the time? Lotus said, get old baked chicken and rice. That sounds good, Lotus. Rumpel said, any new projects or purchases? Well, I'm just redoing the bathroom. We're trying to get it done. I may get it done, but I won't get the door done before trunk or treat tomorrow. But right now, just redoing the bathrooms. KY says, sounds good, bud. Thank you. Minnow says, well, what are talking about? Right now, what we had for dinner. I mean, you know, what you so mad about, Olivia? How dare you have to read my own? I know what you're doing. You're just like them trolls. You're trying to get me to say something. Rumble said, oh, bathroom, I remember. Lotus says, when we going to see if we can fix that Vivo? Well, like I said, that is on the list once Randy gets cleared and he starts to walking and we get back to normal around here. That is one thing. I believe I'm going to pull that motor out and see if I can put it on a run stand and see if I can get it going. And I'd like to find a transmission to go behind it. And I might put it in that Nissan truck. John Deere says, were you talking about Willie's?
Maria in.
No.
Oh. Well, she said she goes back and watches sometime. I just have something I'd like to show everybody on the chat. They have seen Addie's shirt, right? Can I borrow this, please?
Hold on there, bud.
Here, hold that. I just want everybody to see that they had bald caps and NDP shirts. So they showed up today dressed up as Papaw for Halloween. And Addie has school in the morning, everyone. So I just wanted to come up here and tell everybody have a great night. Remember, keep it silly.
I got chicken for Aunt Trace.
Okay, I know you got trick or treat tomorrow with Aunt Trace. And remember, if y'all are local,
Tell them.
you can come to trunk or treat tomorrow. You got trick or treat tomorrow? Someone said they're Maria. But okay, that's all we have. I just want everybody to see that Allie had the shirt on too.
How do I do a green screen on this thing?
You click over there. Let me see. I'll show you.
I thought it was on the computer.
Nope, it's on this. So you click down, green screen, and you're gonna select what you want the picture to be.
Well, so we don't have the picture of the brochure. I mean,
I don't know. Haha. Yeah, I don't think we do.
okay.
But everybody have a great night, Danny.
That's
Have a
cool.
great night.
Who's gonna bring the wheelchair back in?
Hell, I'll ask Madison too.
If I need to, I'll come
I
down.
might need you to if you want to bring them. Don't you throw that.
Let me get called up first. Let's see. I'll be right there. Love you. Let's see if we can fix that Vivo. John Deere said, what are we talking about? Ryan said, hello, friends. Hello, Ryan. Papa said, oh, chili beans, that's awesome. I just ate a big ham and cheese sandwich. Cool. Levi said, at lead mine isn't that bad. Just want to say hi to the clacker friend, sorry. Lotus, I feel like Randy don't like turning wrenches. I mean, I don't mind doing it on things like our stuff. I don't like fixing stuff that's the motor's going to be interesting to try to fix. I would like to do that. I don't mind beefing it up, but I don't like, I wouldn't want to do it for a living. Lotus said, what a waste. Rumpel said, hello, there's Randy Jr. There says, I'm Maria. There you go. Rumpel said, hello, kiddo. Mio is laughing. I feel like I got robbed of a Vivo burnout. Ron says, have a good night, brother. Rumpel says, hello, kiddo number 2. Lotus says, Lowell, her face is so dirty, that's wild. Yeah, she had all that like it was like my beard. I wished I had that picture to show y'all. Libby said, I feel like I was robbed as well. John Deere Model B said, underwear. Papa said, I remember when my daughter was young. Enjoyed that because they grow fast. Yes. Libby said, because we actually had surprise for Papas, but the buggy got sick and become very lethal. Sorry. So couldn't access my account. I just came to say hi and leave. All right, be safe. Splinter says, I'm back. John Deere Model B says, underwear. Lotus says, yeah, it's Boggy going to make it. I haven't heard from him since your birthday. Olivia got her eyes down. He been sleeping. John Deere, haha, made you say underwear. Just joking. Olivia said a lot. All right, I got to go down there and get this wheelchair in for Randy. Ah, dang. Let me get y'all to turn around here. Man, I can't hardly move. I'll try to get caught up when I get back.
Apparently Eddie is eating.
She hasn't eaten all day, so.
Oh, well, if she's eating, that's fine. Just let me know when you get ready. Huh? What?
I'm letting you in the car. I'm kind of tired of being in this for today. I told you, I like my chair, but I get kind of tired of it after a few hours.
You're both in the car.
Madison and I are going to go put the babies in the car.
I got some in this pocket.
You got your big bag, I got the little one.
I would also like a Mountain Dew, please. I have a Mountain Dew, please.
Yeah, where are they? How are y'all getting them out? Just turning and...
Yeah.
Look what Madison got for me. That's the indoor. Madison also did one for the outdoor. I don't know if y'all gonna be able to see it. Drink machine quit working, so I have to rob them the wrong way. Eat your food, Addie. Hurry up. Eat your food. Hurry up.
Thank you very much.
Tell them all bye. Bye.
Thank y'all for watching. Remember, keep it silly.
All right, y'all. Here we go. Hey, y'all, look. I'm going to go to Halloween as being little Randy. Woo! You can tell I ain't drove this thing much. All right. Hey, Olivia. Where is it? Right here. Hey, Olivia. Eat your food. Bye-bye, baby. I love you. You ain't gonna talk to me?
Yeah.
Love you. All right, let's go back up here and see if I can get caught up. One more thing. I hope. Let's see. Let's see. see.
See, senor.
Did you you got your wheelchair?
Yeah, it should be in the back here.
Okay, I didn't know if Justin had it since he come got you.
Yeah, he come back because he forgot that it was in the back of the truck.
Oh, all right. Love you.
Love you, bye.
Love you. All right, I had to make sure he had his wheelchair. Let's see. John Deere said, "Huh, I made you say the underwear." Yeah. Livia said a lot. Livia said I flew by Pops heard and all of y'all as well. Lotus says I will tell him we hope he gets feeling better. Yes, please do. Lotus said, is Randall avoiding us today? No, he was down there talking to Mike and them, and then they were, while I did the live, he was down there talking to Mike, and I guess Mike and them went to their motor home, and Randy's leaving now. Madison's probably ready to go home. And, because like I said, it's still an hour drive for them to get back. Let's see, Raccoon says hi. Is that Gamer? See, Raccoon Gamer says hi. Hello. Lotus said he is right here. Lotus, he sees. I see. He hasn't been back to see you yet. Let's see. Who is this? See if I can. See if I can do this. See who this is. If it will let me. Dang, I can't talk. It says, how are you doing? I'm doing fine, Ali. Olivia says, I'm just counting how much time it is going past y'all, his head. Olivia said, hey. Lotus said, I missed whatever it was. Olivia said, go back up and read Lotus. Is Randy avoiding us today? No. Let's see. I missed whatever. Olivia said, go back up and read Lotus. Oh, it might be talking to Lotus. Sorry. Lotus said, the surprise. John Deere says, hi. John, hi. Lotus said, I don't know. Lotus, hey, I'm number one. Said, Olivia, okay, you on the page, but we have to wait for Pop-Ups to realize. What? Like I said, he isn't blind. He is with me. I think he is skipping this. What did I miss? Has school in the morning, said Randy. John Deere says, later, you guys, I got to finish cleaning my room, getting ready for my trip. Bye-bye, much love, John Deere Model B. Okay, Randy, I don't know if you noticed, but John Deere Model B on his other account is doing a poll. I haven't had a chance to look at it. If you would, check that out for us. Olivia said he read it, Lotus, it just went over his head. Papa says, oh, that was Randy and your grandbabies. Yes, that is my oldest boy and my two grandbabies. They dressed up like Papa today. They come walking in with their orange shirts and bald head mask. It was funny. Addie even had glasses on. See, Olivia said it still went over his head again. It's already way up there. I have no idea what y'all talking about. So yes, it went over my head. Lotus said, it happens, Olivia. Olivia's just laughing. Adam says, hey, y'all. Hello, Adam. Adam Soup, said Lotus. Grease Spot Clayton. Let's see. Adam said, Olivia. Olivia said, we had a surprise for y'all, but Boggy got sick. And yeah, I read that and I caught it, but I figured since he got sick, the surprise wasn't going to happen. Carlos said, Grease Spot, what's up? Olivia said, hey, Adam. Lotus said, I said, what's up, Adam? Not Adam Soup. Come through, Adam Soup. He come through, Adam Soup. S-O-U-P. Grease Spot, hey, Pape. Pape says, oh, nice they dressed like you. I dressed like my dad when I was 10. A bread truck driver. Cool. Beth says, see you in the morning. Randy didn't mean to leave without saying bye. Didn't want to interrupt your live. Get some rest. See you in the morning. Thank you, Beth, but you wouldn't have interrupted, but I do appreciate it. I'll see y'all in the morning. I'm probably going to head in pretty early. I don't even think Randy made a video, so I'll have to do that and get something up for tonight. Then I'll be hitting bed myself. Adam said, big. Jake said, hey, Adam. Olivia said, we was going to come up there. I thought that's what you meant, and I mean, I think it's awesome, but for some reason, I don't know, it just seems like everything seems to go wrong, so what I thought was going to turn out good might not, but maybe next year, we'll see. It would be awesome. Adam said, hello, Beth, because Adam's got to work. Boggy got sick. Daryl, somebody crashed in his place. So everything's just kind of like when Daryl had his second one. The rain kept everybody away. It is what it is. But I do appreciate the thought, though. Adam says, hello, Beth. And Lotus says, were you going to trunk or treat Olivia? Adam said, Jane. Jane said, sorry, my grandbaby stopped for a minute. Nicole says, hello. Nicole said, how are you? I'm doing great. Hope you are. Adam said, JB. Mike said, hey, everybody. Olivia says, I was going to go up there. I've been working on my VTuber mobile to see if I can replicate it. Oh, all right, okay. Adam said that sounds cool. That sounds good. Adam said hi, Nicole. I guess that's how you can say that. Adam said, man, that sucks. What happened to Mac? Drunk driver crashed in his building, tore his building all to hell, and caught it on fire last night. They've been working all day trying to get the structure built back up so it don't fall in. Olivia said, with a little luck. Nicole said, hey, Grease. Nicole said, hey, Grease. Olivia said, what happened to Mac? Like I said, I don't know if you heard me, but a drunk driver crashed in his building last night. I said, give up the VTuber, be a real person. Mike said, hi, Grease Spot. Jane said, live, go see what Daryl posted. Olivia said, okay. Adam said, Rich. Olivia said, is Blue Mule okay? Mike said, stupid AI text. John Deere model posted that. Randy, did you vote? Let's see. Faye said, oh wow, I don't understand why people drive impaired. I don't either. Jane said, I went past his building twice today, saw his truck parked right there in front and didn't even see what it looked like, but I was paying attention to my driving. Adam said, looks like the car made out okay. It looks like he didn't say anything was messed up. So, except the building. So I'm going to say that the vehicles are okay. I do know that the building was full of smoke by the time he got there, the fire had been put out, but, it was full of smoke. Nicole says, I love your flag. Thank you. Mike said, Olivia, thanks for hanging out in the garage with us all day. I know, it was nice, wasn't it? Randy says, yeah. Jane says, hi, Jason. Lotus said, I think besides the building, it was just smoke damage on the inside. Adam said, looks like it, Lotus. Jane said, no cars were damaged. Jane said, but the building is broke. Last I heard that he did get one beam structure back up on the foundation. So, I assumed that was to make it safer to keep it from falling. But I haven't talked to him other than that. And then live, I'm hoping he's resting now. Said he only had a couple hours sleep since yesterday morning. Mike said, Jane, did you help put out the fire? Adam said, Scary broke to Jane. Libby said, phew, it's still scary though. Yeah, Jane said, Lord, Mike, I didn't know anything about it till 5 tonight. Pape said, well, the insurance will pay that off. It might take a few months. Yeah, I'm hoping that the person had insurance, and I hope he comes out good on it and it gets everything fixed. Lotus said, I don't get how she hit the building. There is no straight run at it. She had to turn and hit it. Isn't there a road coming to a T right there in front of the building? They would have been coming from the neighborhood back. I think there's a road that comes in right there. I think. Libby said it sucks because I would have actually joined the garage for a little bit. Yeah, that would have been awesome. I'd love to see you. Because I actually love talking to everybody, and to be able to see the people I talk to put a face with the names, I think it'd be awesome. Jay said, yep, Pops, yeah, that's what I thought. I figured now, just by the look of the vehicle and where it hit, I figured that's the way they were coming off of that road and just run the stop sign. Adam said, if the guy has insurance in Ohio, you can drive without it if you don't get caught. And I may be wrong, Adam, but I think it was female. I think it was a lady. Daryl said, Brookburn, sorry. Jane said, Bennett, hell, I broke it. Adam said, most states will cancel your registration if you don't have insurance. Daryl said, that's it, Bennett. Adam said, Ohio should be doing that. Daryl said, at about 60 mile an hour. When we were looking at the pictures, that's what Mike said. They had to be doing at least 50, so he wasn't far off. Adam said, hey, Mac, 60 mile an hour, yikes. Pape said, well, what matters is nobody got killed or hurt. That's right, Pape. I just hate that, like I said, that every time any of us seem to see the light at the end of the tunnel and have some good things happen to us, something stupid happens. And I just hate that for anybody. Daryl said, Adam, and Adam said, miles per hour. Lotus said, I would love to see Olivia's face make my year. Yeah, it would be. It would be wild, Lotus. Daryl says, she's already out of jail. Wow. Let's see. Olivia said, no real face, at least not till I can figure out medical stuff. I might be up there in person. Lotus says, and not an animated AI face. Adam says she should not be allowed out. DUI should stay till you are done. Well, I think they ought to stay until the cause they had, the person that they've caused grief to, as long as that person's still grieving, like Daryl's building, she ought to stay her ass in jail. Let's see, Olivia said it's not AI animated caca head. I drew and built the rig myself. Olivia said drugs involved too and resisting arrest. Wow. Adam said the lives you risk, it should not be taken that lightly. You're exactly right, Adam. Jane said last week someone was going down the road in front of Daryl's garage, went across the street, ran into the building right across the street from Daryl's. Wow. Lotus said eat. Olivia said not you. Lotus said you all have. Adam says really, Jane? Olivia said no, it isn't. Lotus said what is going on with my chat? I do not know. Let's see. Olivia says your mom. Papa says we all make mistakes. I don't judge. Nobody is perfect. No, and you're right. And we shouldn't. But if you're drinking and or doing drugs, you should not be driving. And you can't just blame it as a mistake. You know what you're doing when you get into behind the wheel. Now, don't get me wrong. I took Randy home last night, and I dozed off about 3 times last night coming home. I was tired, and that was stupid of me, but at the same time, maybe I should have pulled over and rested a little bit, but it wasn't because I was drunk or drinking or doing drugs. Lotus said, your mom, Daryl says, and last they drove through A1 Tires building 3 doors down. Wow. Lotus said also, Jane said, Lotus, I had to switch from iPad to phone. My chat disappeared. Adam said, that is not a mistake. That is a decision. Exactly. Lotus said, your mom. Lotus said, I had auto translate on and kept changing my messages. Mike said, absolutely. Lotus said, your mama's wrong, Mom. Jane said, Liv, why are you saying that? Pepe said, yeah, I agree. Liv said, your mama's mama's grand Pepe. Reem said, hey guy, how you doing, Reem? Lotus said, your whole family. Daryl said, no tolerance from drugs, alcohol, or drugs. I agree. That's the way I feel. Olivia said, Lotus started it, Jane. Jane said, hi, Reem. Reem said, where's Maria? I don't know. I haven't heard from her. Olivia said, your ancestors. I'm fine. How about you? Said Reem. I'm doing well. I'm tired, but I'm doing well. Reem says, hello, Jane. How are you? Lotus said, I still bet you drive a Prius. Papa said I was hiding in my co-workers to work. I was hiding with my co-workers to work last week, and he fell asleep on his way to work. I had to slap him on the head. He finally woke up. Jane said, well, Liv, what about the dogs and the cats? Reem says, I don't know. Maybe she is sleeping. Olivia said, that sea-wag, lol. Olivia said, then too. Adam said, I like the ones who are doing hard drugs while driving. Then they nod out and ruin someone's lives. Those are the ones who should never be let back out. I tend to agree with you, Adam, because I'm telling you, I mean, and what's really bad is there's people out there that's never done it, and, well, I just think it's bad. The people, you know what you're doing. Lotus said, at least my car has a big turbo. Adam said, hi, LOL, Olivia. Lotus says, and Olivia started it hiding her face from people she wants to call friends and family. Daryl said, okay, guys, I'm going to bed. Y'all have a good evening. See you, Daryl. Sleep well. Maybe tomorrow bring a better day. Ryan said, anybody here had the frozen wild blah frozen dumplings? I have not. Lotus said, good night, Daryl. Mike said, good night, Mark. Libby says, you really want to see my ugly mug so badly? Ryan says, I'm being a fat and eating 6 of them. LOL. Jane said, we had someone in Dayton a month ago month or so ago left the bar and went wrong way on the interstate, killed people. Man. Lotus said, yep. Ryan said, night, Daryl. Mike said, I hope tomorrow is better, Mac. Me too. Adam says, get into a fight protecting your property and you get sued by the criminal. Yeah, that's bullshit too. Mike says, are they good? Ryan never heard of them before. Ryan said, yeah, it was a Walmart find. They're really tasty, Lord. Jane said, Ryan, I never heard of them. What are they? He said, they're good. Adam said, hey, Bishop. Mike said, Ryan, are they a Chinese dumpling? Papa said, I meant riding with him. Never again. He's not reliable. He missed at 1 day a week, so I'll drive from now on. I don't like riding with people. I'm just being honest with you. I like being in. I don't want to control people, but I feel like I'm better control when I'm driving myself. I don't like sitting in the passenger seat. The big dog 1027 said, good evening all. Hello, big dog. Jane said, hi, big. Lotus says, holy cow, she sent me a pic. No way. She better not have sent you a pic. Lotus said, Dream says, where's little Randy? They just left to go home. Big Dog said, how's Hutch doing? He doing good. We find out tomorrow. I think he's got an appointment at 8:30 in the morning, a doctor's appointment. We're going to be able to find out tomorrow morning if he's able to start using his legs. And if he does, we'll be able to start getting back to normal, I hope. Adam said, big dog, hello. Mike says, big dog, how are you? Lotus said, guess how I have to be nice. Ryan said, yeah, they're indeed a Chinese dumpling. Ryan says, bye, Randy. See, Ryan. Jane says, Ryan, what flavor did you get? Jane says, where's my pig, Liv? Big dog said, hey, long. Ryan said, chicken teriyaki, sesame beef, and chocolate dressing. Big dog said, roger that. Thanks for asking. Livy said, you have that picture, Jane. Mike said, Ryan, I'll put it on my list to try. Livy says, you have had it the longest. Jane says, man, that sounds good, Ryan. Mr. W. Tuber says, I gotta. Gabba Gabba said hi, hello. Ryan said, yes, sir. It's in the little Oriental section, all Walmart and Kroger's. Papa said, yeah, so we had this agreement. I drive 1 week and he drives the next, but that's over now. Plus, he doesn't want overtime. Jane said, hi, Mr. W. YouTuber. Mike said, they are officially on the list now. Jane said, Liv, I need more recent pics. I was fixing to say something. What was it? Well, I done forgot. Now I was gonna catch up and tell you something, but I done forgot. Mike said, Mr. W YouTuber. Olivia says, I don't have a more recent picture. You said, yo. Bafina. I'm about sure Randy has not put a video up today. So I'm good with the old pick, better than no pick. That's right. See, some people just can't be happy. James said, tell Bobby to take a pic. My goodness, you've seen a recent pic of me. Olivia says, I haven't changed much at all. Jane said, you still look good, like you're 12. She said, Olivia said, I just got bigger. Booba. Carlos says, hey guys, just got off the phone with my docs. She said she's going to refer me to the rental department at the hospital. My kidney function has gone down a lot. Oh man, we'll keep you in our prayers, Carlo. Mr. WU2 picks, there's nothing we can't bro be. Lotus said, no, she can't sneak up and kick me in the butt. Pape said, is it raining there? It's been raining here in Virginia for 4 days straight. I think we got, it actually stopped last night sometime. We haven't got any rain today, and I don't think they're calling for it again until Monday. Let's see, Olivia said, yes, Jane, I was 18 when I took that, Jane. Lowell. Carlos said, you pops. Just you two flex for a little bit of the body be the bull, body. Takes breath through pee, mouth, poo. Okay, whatever you're trying to say there, buddy. Let's see, Lotus says, I hope it's not too bad, Carlos. So, if so, remember to will your nitrous to me. Mike said, hey, Lotus and Carlo. Reem says, Mr. YouTuber, what's this language? I'm glad you asked. Lotus said, what's up, Long? Jane said, when they hit Daryl's building, they took out the roof drain and it was pouring here all day. Lotus said, hey, Reem. Big boy says, hee hee, Lotus, whoop. Hey, Lotus, said Reem. No, there is Lotus. Sorry, it changed. Pape said, oh, okay, that's good. Yeah, the sun came out for a little bit today, then rain came again. I'm hoping that we get a little bit more sun tomorrow and it dries up a little bit. That way nobody's in the mud. But I don't know how many people showing up. The word's getting around and everything, so I'm hoping people start showing up. And Madison was so nice of her to get a sign to go up there at the road that says trunk or treat, and the time for tomorrow. So I'm hoping that gets people's attention too. Let's see. Carlos says, hello, Long. Mike says, I am just barely. Lotus said, Randy worked the poop out of you today. I'm not going to lie to you. We worked. We're tired. I mean, it don't seem like we're getting a lot done, but it's taking a lot more out of us. This is a little bit bigger project than I thought it'd be. Lotus said, hey, at least he didn't throw a tree at you. I know, right? Jay said, Pop's wearing your butt out, Mike. Pape said it was even raining with the sun out. Does anyone know what the old saying is? I always heard when it's sun shining and raining, the devil's beating his wife. Carlos said, don't worry, Lotus, I'm not going to die. Olivia said, take a nap, Pops. Well, like I said, I'm about sure Randy did not do a video, so I'll have to come up with a video for tomorrow, but I'm about ready to hit the bed myself. I do got to get a little bit done in the morning. Lotus said, Lowell, I didn't figure I wouldn't make fun of you. You might die. Popeye said the devil's beating his wife. Yep, I like that old saying. I do too. I remember saying it growing up. As long as I can remember that, I would say it. James said, what did you say, Pops, about sunshine and rain? I've always heard that when it's raining and sunshining at the same time, the devil's beating his wife. Olivia said the devil isn't a dude. I could just about agree with you, Olivia. Big Dog said, Lowell. Men can be mean as hell, don't get me wrong, but there ain't nobody can be no more ruthless than a woman. Jane said, I've never heard of this, and I'm older than dirt. Carlos said, I know, Lotus, you wouldn't make fun of it. No, that nothing like that's worth making fun of. We got our prayers out there for you, Carlo. People might pick cut up, but when it comes to something like that, we'll throw the prayers towards you. Jane says men can be mean, but women, they're mean and they don't forget. And they're damn ruthless too. I mean, I didn't mean that out loud, sorry. Reem said the devil beat his wife. Did I hear right? Beat. He was beating his wife. Livy said, haha, thanks, Pops. Carlos said, thanks, Pops. Lotus said, nah, I felt bad for you. I hope it's too bad this time. Not too bad this time. Livy said, not beat, not bite. Yeah, it's like whoop it up on them. Oh, okay, said Reem. Ooh. Jane said, that's why I'm hanging with you guys. Liv, you don't count. You're a guy like me, LOL. Popeye says, I don't know the devil, nor do I don't to Satan. Satan was the musical angel that fell from grace. Olivia said, like Dree hitting Ricky's harassing wife. Olivia said, I'm actually very girly, LOL. Olivia said, horse? Harass his wife. I think is what she's probably saying. I probably read it wrong. Sorry. Popeye said, does anyone else have got gnats in their homes this year? They're driving us crazy. They're bad here this year. I mean, here at the building, them dang things are, and they're like kamikaze too. If you ain't careful, they'll fly right in your eye. Jane said, Carlo, I'll be praying for you. We need to send up prayers for Rusted Metal Garage's wife, Joni, and has a mass behind her breastbone. She said I could share. Yes, we do need to. I didn't really know what was going on. I knew there was a situation, but every time I come into the conversation, I wouldn't ask, so I didn't really see. So yes, please everybody do some praying for Carlo and Rusted Metal's wife, please. Lotus said, I hate gnats. I had them last year. I hate them. Yes, I cannot stand them things. Pepe said, gnats are worse than flies. Yes, they are. Which I can't stand flies either. And like I said, I don't know why, but they got real bad here. And then we got some traps and everything. And then they were gone. But now they've come back. Chester said that when they come back the other day, he said it was going to rain. That's why they come all in the building. And then I'll be dang, it rained for 3 or 4 days. Let's see. Jane said she has MRI on 11/5. Olivia said, yeah, we hate all gnats, including Dr. Drew. Lotus said mosquitoes were bad this year too. Now, for some reason, the mosquitoes were bad here. Well, I say for some reason. There was a lot of tires laying around, and, you know, of course, rain gets water in the tires, and they like that. But I'm hoping that us getting this cleared out, if we can get our hands on a skid steer, we're going to do more. But us getting it cleared out and all leveled out, I'm hoping it helps out a lot. Let's see. Why you hate Drew? Pepe says, they coming through my skin. I have fly sticky traps. Yeah, I've got those too. Well, I had them at the house, and we need to get some more here. Reem said, I hate rats. I can't even see them. Let's see. Jane said, when I drink coffee, I put creamer in it. If I leave it a little in the bottom and set in the counter in the morning, there's a ton of gnats. Yes, I've seen that too. Olivia said, he is a woman beater. Olivia said, Boggy hates him too. Olivia said, oh, I've never heard such things. There's sticky paper you can get for the gnats too. Yes. We found that there was a little plug-in. You put it into the plug-in. It's got a little sticky paper, and they go to that light and they get stuck on it. That helped a lot. Olivia said, Easy called him out on it. Easy called him out on it. Pepe, hot water and vinegar soap in a big bowl helps. I'll have to try that. Reaper Pops, okay. But anyway, I think Daryl said he was changing his Premiere over to a video or something. I read that because of him being tired. But I do have to put a video together, and I got to get to bed because I'm going to have to get up early in the morning. I got a lot to do before trunk or treat tomorrow. I am hoping tomorrow the trunk or treats from 4 to 7. I'm hoping tomorrow we can go live when we do the trunk or treat, and everybody can watch it. I don't know if it's going to work out, but we're going to try it. So y'all have a good day, good night, and hope everybody be safe. And remember, keep it silly. Thank y'all.